say, kids, what time is it?
Hey everybody, Keith here from GeekTime TV with a quick little video about some news that was posted yesterday on the Hollywood Reporter, or as I like to call it, the Hollywood Distorter. Quentin Tarantino's final film is coming as filmmaker readies The Movie Critic. It's been just over 30 years, 1992, when Reservoir Dogs hit screens across America and introduced us to a true auteur, Quentin Tarantino. Everyone knows Quentin's story. He worked in a video store. He watched a lot of 70s, 60s, and 70s schlock cinema, and kind of wove a lot of his passion for those kind of projects into his own, and has created his own unique kind of voice and style in his films. And he's been saying for the last decade or so now that he was going to stop after his 10th film, or at 60 years old, or some combination thereof. This would be the 10th film if you count the Kill Bill Volumes 1 and 2 as one film, which I tend to do, although they are two distinctly different films stylistically that tell one story. Anyway, let's get into this real quick and see what's going down. So it says, Quentin Tarantino is back for the last time. The filmmaker behind some of the most indelible movies of the past 3 decades, Pulp Fiction and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood among them, is putting together what sources say is being billed as his final movie. The Movie Critic is the name of the script that Tarantino wrote and is prepping to direct this fall, according to sources. Logline details are being kept in a suitcase, but sources describe the story as being set in the late 1970s Los Angeles with a female lead at its center. It is possible that the story focuses on Pauline Kael, one of the most influential movie critics of all time. Kael, who died in 2001, was not just a critic but also an essayist and novelist. She was known for her pugnacious fights with editors as well as filmmakers. In the late 1970s, Kael had a very brief tenure working as a consultant for Paramount, a position she accepted at the behest of actor Warren Beatty. The timing of that Paramount job seems to coincide with the setting of the script, and the filmmaker is known to have a deep respect for Kael, making the odds of her being the subject of the film more likely, or some derivative thereof, probably a fictional character based on. Although, as we saw in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin did use actual real Hollywood celebrities, movie stars, and kind of altered their trajectories as he sprinkled in his fictional characters along with it. So I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. The project does not have a studio home. It could go out to studios or buyers as early as this week, according to sources. One frontrunner could be Sony, where Tarantino has a tight relationship with topper Tom Rothman. Sony distributed Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the filmmaker's 2019 opus on 1960s movie making, and also gave him a unique deal in which the copyright reverts to him over time. Hollywood also won 2 Oscars after having 10 nominations and grossed over $377 million worldwide, which is really good for, basically a higher budgeted independent film. Tarantino has for 2 decades commanded the ability to attract the most coveted actors, working with Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt 2 times each. He directed Christoph Waltz to 2 Oscar wins, kind of introduced us to Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds. Samuel L. Jackson is a frequent collaborator. If this truly is his final film, he will have no shortage of thespians dropping everything to line up for roles. The filmmaker has long maintained that he had a finite number of movies in him, saying he wanted to direct 10 films or retire by the time he was 60. The writer-director has made 9, if you count the 2 Kill Bill movies as one, and turned 60 later this month. So, should be interesting. I am a Tarantino nut, so I'm really looking forward to this. I'm a little bummed. It's got that finality to it, that it's his last film, and I know he said he'll probably go into writing and maybe do some theater and things like that, but his films have such a distinct style, and they are so off the studio mold. They're just so refreshingly different. It's going to be kind of a bummer to watch him leave. But I get what he says that you look at like Alfred Hitchcock's work, and in the last couple films were not classic Hitchcock in any way, shape, or form. You can say that about Orson Welles toward the end. He wants to get out while he's still at the top of his game, and I get that. But it just doesn't seem like 10 is enough. So we'll see. Either way, we're going to get one more great Quentin Tarantino movie, I'm sure. And like they say, it might pull out all the stops. We might get to see a lot of great actors in it, and I'm looking forward to it. So love to know what you think. Leave a comment below. Smash that like button if so inclined. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. And we will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up below. Also, please subscribe to GeekTime TV. It really helps us grow the channel. And make sure you hit that bell icon in order to receive notifications every time we drop new content here. You can also check us out on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at GeekTimeNet. Thanks again for watching. We will see you soon.
Say, kids, what time is that?